Yo, what is going on, guys and girls? Twintendo here, and today we're going to be talking about the town square in Pokémon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, we haven't really seen any more information about the town square since the trailer, but we saw probably about 2 seconds of the town square, and we saw 4 shops. Now, you guys might not have noticed them. I did mention them in the trailer analysis breakdown kind of video we did a couple of days ago. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about them in more detail in this video. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. First of all, on the left hand side, it was cut out slightly in the Japanese trailer, but on the English trailer we can see it more clearly. There's a Horlucha shop, and honestly this is the only shop out of the 4 that I don't really know what it is. Basically, I've looked up, past Mystery Dungeon games, and they've taken a few of those kind of stores out and they haven't introduced them in the last 3DS one, Gates to Infinity. So I kind of find it hard to think what a fighting type Pokemon is doing. So I've just got a few suggestions. So if you guys never played Explorers of Time, Darkness and Sky, there was a Electivire's Link Shop, and basically what that did is you could link 2 moves together, and when you use that move it uses them both at the same time. I think that's how it worked. It's been ages since I played that game, but that's kind of how I remember it. But anyway, basically I was wondering if it's that, he's kind of a fighting type Pokemon. Will he teach you how to kind of, put 2 moves together, combos? So it could be, link moves returning the Link Shop, but I don't know, I feel like he's probably not the right Pokemon to have for the Link Shop mascot, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's going to be the Dojo. Now, normally in Blue and Red Rescue Team they had Makuhita, which is a fighting type, and it explores the Time, Darkness, and I think Sky. I never played it, but they had Marowak's Dojo, and honestly, it doesn't look like the Dojo type building. It looks like a really small shop, and normally the Dojo buildings are quite big, so I don't think it's going to be that. I was wondering if it could be like a shop that sells supplement items like protein, zinc, stuff that kind of buffs up your character, because he's a fighting type. He might be selling stuff like that. I don't know. That's the only one I don't really know, guys, but let's move on to Klefki. Now, by the looks of Klefki's shop, it looks like treasure boxes are returning in this game. So, like I said, if you've never played a Mystery Dungeon game, treasure boxes are found in dungeons, and you bring them back after your mission and you get them unlocked. And it makes sense with Klefki being a key Pokemon. That was kind of my first thought when I saw Klefki's shop. I did mention that in our previous video, and I actually never noticed there are kind of like treasure boxes outside the shop. I mean, I noticed actually when I was editing, but I'd already done the audio, so I thought I'd save it for this video. And yeah, so basically what you do is you get your treasure boxes and you give them to, say, in Explorers of Time and Darkness it would be Xatu, and he'd unlock it, or she would unlock it with its like psychic powers, and in Gates to Infinity it was Rampardos. We'll just break it open, I think. And basically it has items that can range from common items like apples and stuff, or like gummies, to really good items like TMs, God knows what, gold bars I think in Gates to Infinity, and we'll be talking about those gold bars later for Kofigurus. So yeah, let's move on to Kecleon, guys. Kecleon's the most obvious one for those who have played Mystery Dungeon. Kecleon's the item kind of vendor shop person. He's kind of like Apu from Simpsons, just think of Kecleon like that. But basically he sells you like apples, TM seeds, basically all the stuff you'll need to go into the dungeon. So obviously that hasn't really changed. Very interesting. Never attack a Kecleon in a dungeon. Even if you've never played Mystery Dungeon and you're planning to get this one, just never do it. That's a word of warning. You'll understand when you do. But yeah, moving on to Kofigurus, guys. It looks like the glorious gold shop is returning from Gates to Infinity. Never played Gates to Infinity. I'm not sure if I'm going to plan to pick that up before this game comes out, but basically by the sounds of it, you get gold bars during your missions and you can trade them in for items. Kofigurus' shop opens up later on in Gates to Infinity. You have to do a few things first, a few missions. Not sure if it's going to be in from the start in this game, but like I said, basically you get your gold bars from dungeons, you trade them in for items. Obviously they're quite rare by the sounds of it. You can get them in treasure boxes. So yeah, I don't really know how that's going to work, but as we can see, there are gold bars outside Kofigurus' shop. And yeah, so that's pretty much evidence for that coming back as well, just as, treasure boxes were outside of Klefki's, making it sound like, treasure boxes are coming back. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Now, one thing we don't have, guys, is a name for this town. Obviously, we've seen it, but Nintendo haven't said anything about the name or pretty much any other details about it. So I want to know, what do you guys want it to be called? Looking at like the past Mystery Dungeon games, Explorers of Time, Darkness and Sky, it was called Treasure Town. Gates to Infinity, it was called Post Town. And in Blue and Red Rescue Team, I think it was just called Town Square, didn't have a name. So I'm just looking at, the town square itself, and I just feel like it looks kind of like medieval-ish. So I'm going to go and, just go for it. I'm going to call it Castle Town for now, see if that kind of sticks. Who knows, it kind of sounds okay, it sounds good enough. Obviously, with Treasure Town and Post Town, they're kind of similar to the Mystery Dungeon kind of elements. So treasure, obviously you're looking for treasure and explores of time, darkness and sky. And Post Town, you kind of get posted letters in the original Mystery Dungeon. Obviously I haven't played Gates of Infinity, so I'm not sure if that happens, but it's something similar. So Castle Town doesn't really have those elements, but it just kind of, it has that feel about it if you just look at it. I don't know, that's just my opinion, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen our 2 previous videos, one is a trailer breakdown of the gameplay trailer, and the other video is talking about the personality test and whether it will return in the new Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon game. So yeah guys, if you haven't subscribed already, you can click the big red button on screen now, just where Trico is. Make him very happy, I'm sure. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and we will see you on our next video.